What up, folks? Man, been here in Vegas for a week, and it's been pretty nice. I've been able to sit down with Juanito, pick his brain, take down some notes. First of all, let me know if you all can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, because I don't have my mic, and when I don't have my mic, I don't feel like I'm fresh. All right. All right, cool. Folks, you can Venmo me D-Rod 1977, D-Rod 1977, D-Rod 1977. Thank goodness for Juanito. He put me up here at the Trump Tower. I met some really cool people through him, met a lot of his friends, and picked their brains as well. So I'm going to try to bring you the information that I have. I think I understand the whole broad spectrum of what's going on. I'm projecting my voice because I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know. The internet connection out here at Trump Tower is pretty bad. First of all, health with Nino. Health with Nino, folks. I first heard about collagen from fitness influencers. I saw them add a scoop of collagen powder in their morning shakes and smoothies. The reason for that, collagen is one of the most abundant proteins in our bodies. Without it, our skin breaks down and loses its elasticity. A friend told me about it, and the results have been nothing short of miraculous. After only a few short days of taking it, I noticed my health skyrocket. It also helps make my nails stronger and my hair look thicker. My joints feel better, and my skin is more youthful looking. I highly recommend Health with Nino. Get it now for 51% off. Hit the click below. Click the link below, folks. Hit the link below. Damn it, what did I do with my pen? There it is. All right. You know, I was reading some of the comments on here about it's hot summer, nuclear winter, this and that. Folks, listen to this. You got to understand, first and foremost, before anything, you got to understand that the people that are in charge here, okay, it's a club. It's a fucking very elite club, and they're fucking psychopaths. They don't think like me or you. What they're trying to do is, by any means necessary, create a pandemic, create World War III, scorch the planet. When you understand this, when you understand that these people are pure fucking psychopaths, complete psychopaths, then you can predict what they're going to do, which is complete fucking chaos. They believe order out of chaos. So my crystal ball basically is understanding a fucking psychopath. That's what they are. That's what these people are. And they have their hands in everything. Everything is a compromise capture operation. America Inc. is a captured operation. We suffered a digital Pearl Harbor. We have been infiltrated. We have a Trojan horse in office right now. And it's bad, folks. It's really fucking bad. You know, a lot of you say, oh, trust the plan, this and that. Listen, there is a plan. There is a plan. But God, and I mean this dead serious. Dead serious. There has to be a God intervention for this to work. So prayers, we have to pray. I'm dead serious. Folks, Spotify is Nino's Corner. Spotify is Nino's Corner. Etsy, my Etsy store, Nino's Corner store. Telegram, Nino's Corner. I put some interesting stuff up on Telegram here to there, here and there. Getter is Nino's Corner, and Twitter is Nino Boxer. It's the only one that's a little different. Nino'sCorner.tv is always fire. I'm going to have another 107 update on there. I'm going to be talking with him today. I got John D'Souza coming on. I'm going to be having Patel Patriot, and the list goes on, folks. But first, coming at you live from Trump Tower, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. So, all right, folks, let's get started here, shall we? I really love Vegas. This is where I used to train, fight, fucking box, party. It's weird to come to Vegas when you don't party anymore. It's a strange thing. It's like all of a sudden I'm an adult. I don't know. It's I grew up at 44 years old. Yeah. So Arizona Senate study finds 200,000 ballots counted in 2020 with mismatched signatures. So this keeps leaking out. So a lot of people see our attention now. The whole pandemic has fallen apart. It's fallen apart. Everyone's dropping the mandates as we approach the midterms because they want to. It's a bait and switch. Basically, let them have their freedoms back so we can win the midterms, and then bing, puff, like magic, we take them away again. That's what they're doing, folks. That's what they're doing. And it's easy to see. All right, so Belarus has voted to abandon its non-nuclear status. So here's the Cuban Missile Crisis Juan always talked about. This is what's approaching right now. So actually, we're here. This is the Cuban Missile Crisis that he's talked about so many times in interviews, and he has said this for years. It has to get to this point. Instead of this getting drawn out, we have to get to a critical point where nuclear is on the table, okay? And that's where we're at right now. That's exactly where we're at right now, and it's going to intensify. I don't think for a second it's not. This is going to get worse. Get ready for food and gas to skyrocket, okay? Food and gas is gonna skyrocket. There is a chance to be paying $7, $8, $9, $10 at the fucking station, okay? Hug a liberal today. You know what the best part about staying at the Trump Hotel is? The best part about staying at the Trump Hotel is that you don't run into liberals. You don't run into them. They're not around. Thank God. Abandon all logic when you're a liberal. Oh, fuck. All right. So here's what's going on in Russia, folks, from what I understand. I took a lot of notes with Juanito, and it made a lot of sense. So basically, Russia, in short, is kicking NATO in the ass. They have to do it this way. They can't wait any longer. So what Putin is actually doing is protecting Russia and Ukraine. And let me explain why. And this is contrary to what you hear on Fox News or CNN. They're sensationalizing this shit. They're vilifying fucking Putin. They're taking the attention away from how shitty Biden is by making Putin the fucking villain. Remember, public enemy number one is your fucking news. That's the biggest war tool of all. So United States is vilifying Putin through the media with the hopes of sending us into World War III. Remember, scorched earth. If they can't do it with the pandemic, they're going to do it with World War III. You got to understand that. So now that the whole boogeyman narrative has all but gone, right? Where did that go all of a sudden? It's gone like magic. It just disappeared. Now they're bringing in the Cuban Missile Crisis 2.0, Cold War 2.0, really World War III, all right? Because they got to do it by any means necessary. Remember, they want 13 out of 14 fucking people on this planet gone. These are psychopaths. They don't want you here. They don't like you, and they don't like me. You got to understand this. You got to grip this part. So the lockdown didn't last. The mandates didn't last. They got lifted. This was a success, okay? All of us know people that done it. My parents have done it. They got it. I give them a pass because they're in their 80s. They don't, but anyone that was 20s and 30s and younger or 40s and 50s, have you got no spiritual awareness? Do you not have any self-preservation? Because honestly, and I have to say this as an opinion, I think your lifespan just got cut in half. It's like putting any ailment that you would have, it's like putting a blowtorch on it. And I'm not going to say any more than that because obviously this is fluff tube. And if you want to get that kind of information, you got to go to ninoscorner.tv, folks. I don't know if you all saw the embalmer I just had on there. That was very disturbing. The embalmer that I had on ninoscorner.tv with photos, with pictures of what he's actually pulling out of bodies, okay? After this, so now Ukraine is handing out ammo and guns to Ukrainian citizens to help defend the country. From what I understand, and so here's what I found out basically in short from Juanito. They're bombing and striking strategic areas where biolabs exist. Okay, so what was getting ready to happen in Ukraine and in Russia was God, it's hard to say on here, man, because I don't want to get fucking my channel bombed, but they're getting ready to hit us again with another boogeyman scenario, if you know what boogeyman is. And what they were planning on doing, it was going to be genetically modified to Slavic people, okay? And Putin understood this and had to make some kind of actions, had to strike first. So NATO has had its talons and its claws in Ukraine, pressing up onto the border. The only thing really that Putin could do was strategically strike these biolabs, which they were going to release another boogeyman any day now. So he had to strike first, from what I understand. Now, this is what was given to me by Juan and some of his friends. Regarding safeties in place, okay, so where we're at right now, how we knew about the Cuban Missile Crisis, all that. In March 15th, 2020, Cheyenne Mountain was closed. Okay, Trump closed Cheyenne Mountain. That's very important. Why? Because that's our last safety after we suffered the digital Pearl Harbor. There are hundreds inside Cheyenne Mountain. So when you close Cheyenne Mountain, there are people in there. There might be people leaving with escorts, this and that. I don't know. But as far as I know, there's people in there. That's what they signed up for. They are our last safety, a nuclear safety. They're the last safety. They have that letter in the alphabet clearance. You know what that is? Okay? The letter in the alphabet clearance, that's what they have. Which is different than that letter in the alphabet team, okay, that puts out information. That's a different thing. They work together, but that's a different thing. The letter in the alphabet that's stuck in Cheyenne Mountain right now is the last safety. In a continuity of government situations such as a nuclear attack or a Manchurian candidate like we have right now, they're in control. It's a few people that are in control. I think it's a few hundred. From what I understand, folks, these are the notes I took from Juanito. Such as a nuclear attack, a Manchurian candidate, an alien attack. These few people in Cheyenne Mountain have the safety. They have the code. It's a clearance, okay? It's that letter in the alphabet clearance. That letter in the alphabet clearance is different than the information. That letter in the alphabet information, which is red pilling the population, bringing people up to speed, okay? Bringing people up to speed on what's happening. You have to be brought up to speed. You got to understand to avoid a civil war or civil unrest. We have to hit a 80+% or reverse 19.5 power number, 19.5% power number. But we have to hit, we have to hit an 80+% percentage for this to work. Now, they rather go this route where it's a Cuban Missile Crisis instead of a long drawn out process. They want something to happen quick, like what's happening right now with Russia. This is a pivotal moment in the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the trauma is meant to jolt the public, jolt you all out of the MK Ultra slumber. Okay, the slumber that you're in, people, your friends, I don't know, man. There are still people walking around that think they have, I don't call it Trump derangement, I call it Biden derangement, that actually fucking have no idea what's going on, how bad this guy is, and they're still on board with this fucking retard. They're still on board with him. They still back this guy. Those are the people we're trying to wake up. Those are the people We're trying to wake up. So, in short, the population, America has to take back America. You can't count on a savior, Trump, to come in and he'll be looked at as a dictator, a tyrannical dictator. They'll vilify him. There are certain things that have to happen to wake up America. You got to wake up. Wake the fuck up. It's not politicians. It's not businessmen. It's not none of those saviors, folks. None of them. We have to wake up America. America has to save America. The Russian situation, basically, Putin is taking action. He's taking action, and he's bombing the Ukraine, where NATO has been funding bio research labs to release onto Slavic people. Okay? They were in Ukraine and the Russian borders testing all people to make the bioweapons that are genetically coded and aimed at Slavic people, from what I understand. So think of Wuhan on steroids. Think of Wuhan on steroids. This was going to be much worse. And remember, Russia resists NATO. So they were going to do the same thing they did to America. They were going to do the same thing. So what he's doing is taking action first, from what I understand. But remember this, both sides want this war. NATO wants the war because they want a scorched earth. They want a scorched earth, 13 out of 14 people gone. And folks, I'm trying to pussyfoot around this so I don't bomb my fucking channel, okay? But this is a very serious broadcast on what I'm talking about. You got to understand this. Basically, Putin, from what I understand, is protecting his people, okay? There's really nothing else he could have done. No other measures could have been taken. What's also happening in Ukraine is they're having public press conferences, basically getting ready to air out Biden and the crime family, Obama, their dirty laundry. They're getting ready to expose the crime, the Obama and Biden corruption, money laundering, and overthrowing the lawfully and freely elected Ukrainian prime minister. And they are willing to provide bank statements and proof. So this is going to be coming out at the same time. The press conferences, there's one press conference on the internet right now that you can go watch. They're talking about this. Basically, the Biden crime family, the Obamas, they're all going to be exposed. And that's coming. Now, regarding the SWIFT system, okay, the SWIFT system, threats of kicking Russia off the SWIFT system. Well, some people ask, well, what's the SWIFT system? The SWIFT system is a payment system that any services that are sold must go through the SWIFT banking system, dealing with the banks, the banking cartels. So the ramifications of kicking Russia off, by them kicking Russia off the SWIFT system, which they're going to do, which I think they've already done it, is it hurts Russian citizens' ability to do business internationally, buy or sell internationally, credit cards, this and that. Russia is on the same playing field as America in cyber attacking capabilities. So what's going to happen now is a cyber war could be on the horizon. It probably already is. It's probably already kicked off. So cyber attacks on the SWIFT system itself. So what's Russia going to be forced to do now that they're going to be kicked off the SWIFT system? They're not going to deal with NATO anymore. They're separating themselves from NATO, which is, what is NATO? The New World Order. So what they're doing basically is breaking away, and they're going to be doing business with their own peers, such as Venezuela, Africa, or Syria. Okay? Like I said, this is all going like this. So we are America Inc., or the New World Order now, because we've completely been infiltrated, is pushing Ukraine to isolate Russia. Now NATO or the New World Order is isolating them financially. So that's a serious economic hit on Russia. But all they're going to do is they're going to force them to use other countries and maybe other forms of currency. I hope I'm explaining this correctly. Am I doing all right, guys? Let me know if I have a give me a thumbs up if I'm explaining this all right. It's hard. It's a lot of information, and I'm doing my best. And I'm out of my element right now. I'm not at home. I'm not at home, and I feel I'm wearing the 107 Daily hat. Justin Trudeau revokes Emergencies Act following global outrage and support for Canadian peaceful protests. A first victory that announces many others to come. Let's stay mobilized and united. Let's do not give up in peace, respect, and legality. So everything that Justin Trudeau did fucking backfired on him. Basically just backfired on him. Now we have the convoy coming to America, and this is what's going to be important, folks. I expect false flags. I expect false flags to happen within the convoy. You got to be very careful if you're a part of this. Be very careful. Keep your eyes and ears open. Washington, D.C. is deploying National Guard as truckers descend into the Capitol as Democrats approve of Trudeau's handling of power. So our Democrats approve of the way Trudeau handled the situation. Remember, these people are radical fucking psychopaths. They're nuts. So they don't give a fuck about you doing a protest, a peaceful protest. No. You're standing in their fucking way, and they want to use force. Any means necessary, they want to use force. So a fence is being reinstalled around the U.S. Capitol for the Biden speech. So now Biden's going to get up there and talk. The guy that won 81 million and plus votes, the beloved president that everyone voted for, needs a fucking fence to give his State of the Union speech because everyone just loves him. Everyone loves Biden. Fence installed around the U.S. Capitol for months after the January 2020 insurrection will be put back up before President Joe Biden's State of the Union address on Tuesday as concern grows about potential demonstrations of truck convoys snarling traffic in the nation's capital. This is a guy that beat out Trump, right? 81 million plus votes. Yeah, right. You fuck. Congress drops the mandate ahead of Biden's State of the Union speech. Mask wear is now an individual choice option. Really? It's always been my option. I don't fucking wear it. I never have. I saw through this shit from the very beginning. From the very beginning. So now it's an individual choice option until the midterms are done. And then after the midterms, they're going to bring it right back. Don't forget what they fucking did to you, folks. Tell your liberal friends, they're the ones that are easily manipulated, like a fucking puppet. Ooh, did you see they dropped the mandates? We can go vote for a Democrat again. Fuck. Which you can't trust either right now, folks. The Republicans or Democrats. You can't trust them, either of them. They both suck big fucking rhino dick, if you want my opinion. Both of them do. Both of them do. They're corrupt, and they're spineless jellyfish. They're fucking jellyfish. So Congress drops the mandates ahead of Biden's State of the Union as an individual choice option. All of a sudden, they want to give you your freedoms back because the truck convoy is coming and the midterms. So it's the truck convoy and the midterms. New York City to lift mandates for businesses and events. So now New York City's, we should do it too. Mask rules for city schools were likely to end the same day, March 7th. Mayor Eric Adams said masks are optional at Tuesday's State of the Union address in Washington. So we're going to follow suit. In Idaho House passes bill banning ballot harvesting. Really? Good. Good for you. Israel drops requirements for the entire country. So they're dropping this requirement to enter the country. Texas AG declares sex change procedures and puberty blockers for kids is child abuse under Texas law. You really got to make that a law? Like, people don't know? That's fucking child abuse. And we're living in some crazy fucking times. Breaking news. Spokesperson says top Manhattan prosecutors investigating Donald Trump and his company in criminal probe have resigned. We know about that. That was a few days ago. Some of this stuff's a little old because I've been here at the Trump Tower with Juanito discussing world politics. Roger Stone sues Adam Schiff and the January 6th committee. Kyle Rittenhouse to sue LeBron James for defamation. Why don't we? I wish we could just arrest that guy for just supporting BLM. How about that? Another Rockefeller sell-off. Another Rockefeller sell-off, folks. A property in Willstown Township owned by the descendants of William Rockefeller Jr. has been listed for $29.9 million, writes Kennedy Rose for the Philadelphia Business Journal. The 210-acre farm at 944 Providence Road could potentially open another large swath of Chester County developers. So selling more Rockefeller sell-offs and Rothschilds. Rothschilds and Rockefellers are selling off. You gotta ask why. They own the fucking world. Why do they need to sell anything? Kiev mayor city now fully surrounded and under siege. So all of Kiev is fully surrounded. Former heavyweight boxing champion Vitaly Klitschko claimed that Russian forces have fully surrounded the Ukrainian capital city, making evacuation impossible. So that's why they're giving out guns and ammo to citizens to fight back. When asked by reporters on Sunday about evacuation efforts, Klitschko responded, "We can't do that because all ways are blocked," according to the Associated Press. Right now, we are encircled. With Russian forces encircling the capital city of about 3 million, Klitschko said that we are at the border of humanitarian catastrophe, and that right now we have electricity right now, we have water and heating in our houses, but the infrastructure is destroyed to deliver the food and medication. Well, it is war. It is war. You shouldn't have NATO on your soil, Klitschko. Boom. This is a fight against the New World Order, folks. That's what this is. Radioactive waste facility in Kiev struck by Russian missile. Ukraine says there's no way to assess the scale of destruction at the moment, but the State Nuclear Regulatory Inspectorate of Ukraine said a Russian missile hit a radioactive waste burial facility in Kiev overnight. The State Nuclear Regulatory Inspectorate of Ukraine posted on Facebook. The organization said there is no way to assess the scale of the destruction at the moment, but it believes there's no immediate threat to human life caused by the radiation alone. So that could be, hopefully that's not another Fukushima. Russian Navy seizes 2 boats as war goes to the seas. Horror over the counter terror. In a statement, the Ukrainian State Border Guard Service said the capture was part of a counter-terrorist operation. It comes as Russia seeks ceasefire talks with Ukraine and Belarus, which Kiev is open to but wants to be held elsewhere. And cyber war, folks. 6 Russian government websites, including Kremlin. The Kremlin website is down after the government of Ukraine has asked for volunteers from the country's hacker underground. 6 Russian government websites, including the Kremlin's official website, is down. It's completely down. And we could be expecting them in America. So buckle up, Buttercup. Oh, boy. This is getting good. Remember I said nuclear winter. I said nuclear winter. I didn't mean literally. But we're here now. We're here now. So, oh, fuck. Look at my little cup of coffee. Hotel coffee. Not quite as strong as a coffee I have at home, but it's doing the trick, folks. It's doing the trick. So Putin is now putting Russia's nuclear forces on alert as fighting in Ukraine continues. A dramatic escalation of east-west tension over Russia's invasion of Ukraine. President Vladimir Putin ordered Russian nuclear deterrent forces put on alert Sunday in response to what he called aggressive statements by leading NATO powers. New World Order. Remember, they want this. They want World War III. Europe stares down Putin's nuclear threat. Everything is on the table now. Russian President Vladimir Putin opened threat to... Remember, NATO and the New World Order owns all your fucking media. So everything you're hearing in your media is lies. And the dumb motherfuckers giving the news, the mouthpieces, don't know any different. They're just reading a script, folks. They don't know. They do zero investigative journalism at all. None. And if they even attempt to go outside the narrative, they get fucking fired. I'm a little worked up today. Russian President Vladimir Putin's open threat to use nuclear weapons against NATO allies supporting Ukraine appears to European officials to be a watershed and high-stakes brinkmanship that could foreshadow a new level of carnage in Ukraine. So we're here, folks. Like Juanito said, the Cuban Missile Crisis, we're here. Is the Russia-China alliance cracking? Russia and China have maintained a close working relationship for years, but that relationship appears to be in question after Russian President Vladimir Putin made the decision to invade Ukraine and take on serious economic sanctions. 2 Chinese state-owned banks announced Friday, as reported by Bloomberg News, that they will restrict financing for Russian commodity purchases. Offshore units of Industrial and Commercial Bank of China have stopped issuing U.S. dollar-denominated letters of credit for purchases of physical Russian commodities ready for export, while the Bank of China has also limited funding. GOP Representative Perry says not too late for Biden administration to prevent Chinese attack on Taiwan amid Russian-Ukraine. Yes, sure. If I was China, right now would be the time I attack Taiwan. We have a lot of shit happening over in Russia. Everyone's distracted. We have a fucking Trojan horse in America. We have a slapdick fucking president. I'm going to attack Taiwan. We're going to make it ours. So Republican Scott Perry said it's not too late for the Biden administration to show some strength with regard to China's ambitions in Taiwan amid concerns that Beijing has been emboldened by Russia aggression in Ukraine. During an exclusive interview with Fox News on the sidelines of the Conservative Political Action Conference, Perry said the Biden administration's leadership has been an abject failure. How we got into this, in my opinion, is, folks, listen, it's just bullshit. He's just incompetent. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's a weak president. He knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. He's being told what to do, and he's a Trojan fucking horse. Easy. We are in a hostile takeover, folks. This is what war looks like in 2022. So, yeah, I expect China to bomb the fuck out of Taiwan and take it over. I wouldn't expect anything less. Then we got this fucking knucklehead right here. Barr, okay? I call him Deep State Barr. And what he's doing is basically, he thinks you're stupid. He thinks I'm stupid. He thinks we're all stupid. Now, the liberals are another story. They are fucking stupid. But what I'm saying here is Bill Barr comes out and says, well, ex-Attorney General William Barr urges GOP to move on from Trump. Former Attorney General William Barr writes in a new book that former President Donald Trump has shown he was neither the temperament nor persuasive powers to provide the kind of positive leadership that is needed. Really? Were we going to war with Trump, motherfucker? Were the gas prices good? There was no inflation? Really? Really? You bastard. Former Attorney General William Barr writes in a new book that former President Donald Trump has shown that he has neither the temperament nor persuasive power to provide any kind of positive leadership that is needed. This is Bill Barr saying this, folks. Exposing himself. Exposing who he really is. We always knew he was Deep State Barr, but this goes a little further. Barr also goes on record to say the election was not stolen. For those of you who think that have a brain that saw what happened, oh, no. It wasn't stolen. No. It's all in your head. It's an imagination thing. Trump lost it. So the election wasn't stolen. Trump lost. Doesn't this anger you? It angers me that he thinks you're that fucking stupid. Former AG Bill Barr bashes President Trump and claims 2020 election wasn't stolen. Who would think that? Oh, Bill Barr came into the Trump administration, and it was good news for the Trump administration that just suffered through 2 years of Jeff Sessions and the horrible and corrupt DOJ. Barr shut down the Mueller scam, but then turned around and insisted Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. Then after the 22 election, Barr did nothing and now claims the election wasn't stolen. This Barr guy is just plain out fucking corrupt. End of story, like they all are. And unfortunately, we have to, as citizens, live through this fucking nightmare. And it's just going to get worse, folks, before it gets better. So buckle up. Folks, get food. Get food. My Patriot Supply is down below. Hit the link below. It's down there somewhere. My Patriot Supply, and get some buckets of food, because I think that's where we're going. And a lot of you see me come on here and I talk about the Patriot Switch. I make videos here and there about the Patriot Switch. I'm dead serious, okay? If you can do nothing else, at least buy American, folks. At least buy fucking American and put your money where your mouth is. Stop going to Target and Walmart. Stop buying from Amazon. Make the change you want to see. And I'll be putting up another video pretty soon with the link on there. In what the fuck news, Macomb County Nursing Home employee sentenced to jail for forging signatures of mentally disabled on an absentee ballot application. So this person forged mentally people on absentee ballot applications. Trinae Maesha Renee pleaded guilty Wednesday and was sentenced to 45 days. Really, just 45 days in jail? That's all she got? 45 days in jail for forging signatures of the mentally disabled on absentee ballot applications. Trinae Maesha Renee forged the signature on approximately 24 ballot registrations. According to William Barr, it wasn't stolen. It's all in your minds. Although there's video of people fucking ballot harvesting and doing shit like that. Your eyes are playing tricks on you, folks. Your eyes are playing tricks on you. Oh. Biden is just that popular. He couldn't fill a high school gymnasium with more than 10 people, but hey, he got 81 million fucking votes. That's what they think of you. That's how they look at you. They think you're fucking stupid. I'm going to be bringing Juan 07 back up onto Nino's Corner.tv. Give us another update. I'm going to try to talk about this with him, where he sees us headed, ask some point-blank, blunt questions to him, which I know you all appreciate. Try to steer him in the right direction. But it's been interesting hanging out with him, folks. It's been real interesting being with him the last, this whole week. I've been with him for a week. I wanted to learn more. And I wanted to ask some hard questions, and I asked him a lot of questions. I took some notes, and it was very informative, very educational, very informative. The guy knows what he's talking about. That's the best I can say it. And we are in a serious, serious, dire situation, and it is going to take some kind of intervention from God. Bottom line, the way I see this. So you better believe in God, because if you don't, you might not get out of this one. All right, folks. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting. Yeah.